areas. We've got the lower abdominals here. We have the upper abdominals, or the rectus abdominal, which is the sheath of muscle here, crossed with bands of kind of latitudinal muscles that come across there. That's how we get that kind of iconic six-pack look.
There is that competition between other people you can have, but more importantly, I think it's between yourself. You know, every day you're great. Maybe you need to also look at your diet. Also sleep. The thing that's going to definitely become apparent as you start your training is that diet plays a huge role. Protein, carbohydrates, and good fats. A good protein source for me, you know, chicken. You know, you have the cottage cheese, chicken, eggs. I eat a lot of egg whites. And then I also, you know, post-workout, I like sweet potatoes, yams, obviously vegetables. Other good carb sources, I get brown rice, quinoa, oat. I love to get a shake in, or if I'm on the go and can't grab. I really feel like the glutamine really helps repair, you know, my damaged body from the workouts, and it's something that I really think everyone. So it's, you know, it really does come down to calories in versus calories out when you talk about losing weight, but it's also the quality of calories when you talk about, you know, body composition.
Skeletal muscle, also called striated muscle because of its striped appearance under the microscope, is used to move the skeleton. Skeletal muscles are under the direct of powerful sustained tension. Individual muscle cells, called muscle fibers, are among the largest cells in the human body. Ranging from 10 to 100 micrometers in diameter, each muscle fiber runs the entire length of the muscle, which may be as much as 35 centimeters or about 14 inches in a human thigh. Attached to the Z-lines are strands of actin and two accessory proteins that form the thin filaments. Suspended between the thin filaments are thick filaments, composed of the protein myosin. The alternating thick and thin filaments give myofibrils their striped appearance. Small arms, called cross bridges, extend from the strands of myosin and contact the thin filaments. The actin protein of the thin filament is formed from a double chain of subunits resembling a twisted double strand of pearls. Each subunit has a binding site for a myosin cross bridge. In a relaxed muscle, however, these sites are covered by two accessory proteins, which prevent the myosin cross bridges from attaching to the thin filaments. But when a muscle contracts, the accessory proteins on the thin filaments are moved aside, so myosin cross bridges can attach to the binding sites on the actin subunits of the thin filaments.
ปัจจุบันการรักษาวิธีบำบัดโรคโดยใช้ภูมิต้านทานในร่างกายก้าวหน้าไปอย่างมากทั้งด้านเทคโนโลยีและการทดลองค้นคว้าอาหารจากธรรมชาติที่มีส่วนช่วยเสริมภูมิต้านทานของร่างกายกลายเป็นที่นิยมอย่างมากโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งเบต้ากลูแคนซึ่งเป็นสารที่ได้รับการยอมรับว่าสามารถกระตุ้นการทำงานของระบบภูมิคุ้มกันโรคได้
นักวิทยาศาสตร์พบว่าเมื่อร่างกายได้รับเบต้ากลูแคนจากอาหารเบต้ากลูแคนจะถูกย่อยและดูดซึมในลำไส้เล็กและลำเลียงเข้าสู่ส่วนต่างๆของร่างกายโดยเบต้ากลูแคนนั้นจะไปกระตุ้นเซลล์ภูมิคุ้มกันให้ทำงานได้เต็มประสิทธิภาพซึ่งโดยปกติแล้วเซลล์ภูมิคุ้มกันในร่างกายของสิ่งมีชีวิตจะไม่ทำงานจนกว่าจะตรวจพบสิ่งแปลกปลอมแต่เบต้ากลูแคนนั้นจะไปกระตุ้นให้เซลล์ทำงานอยู่ตลอดเวลานั่นเองล่ะครับ
of immune cells that protect the body from constant exposure to pathogens and disease. One defense mechanism that has evolved over time is the body's response to yeast or fungus. These potentially harmful organisms are initially the target of antibodies, which bind to the pathogen and attract soluble blood proteins called complement to also bind to the target. The complement now attracts neutrophils, the most abundant immune cell in the body. Neutrophils are innate immune cells that are part of the body's first line of defense. Special receptors on their surface bind to complement-coated targets. These receptors have a second site that detects and binds a glucopolysaccharide found in the cell walls of fungus or yeast. Both the complement and the polysaccharide binding sites must be occupied for the neutrophil to recognize the yeast cell as a non-self pathogen and kill it. However, most foreign challenges lack the polysaccharide on their cell surfaces that trigger this killing mechanism. Biothera manufactures and markets patented glucopolysaccharide ingredients that significantly enhance the immune system. wellmune WGP is the company's branded ingredient for applications in the functional food and nutritional supplements industries. Other Biothera brands exist for cosmetics and animal nutrition applications. Taken orally, wellmune WGP passes through the stomach and is the right size for uptake through the Peyer's patches, which are specialized regions in the small intestine. While in the immune organs, macrophages digest wellmune WGP into smaller fragments and slowly release them over a number of days. These fragments bind to neutrophils via the complement receptor, priming them for activity. Activated by wellmune WGP, the neutrophils now more quickly navigate to the site of a foreign challenge. With the required glucopolysaccharide already present in the form of wellmune WGP, neutrophils need to simply bind to the complement on a foreign intruder to begin killing them as if they were yeast or fungus.